Hi, Pete Vanderpool here. Mrs. Claus, name's Joyce, used to be in Sweet Adelines, and she formed a quartet. The lead on her quartet was as Irish as they come. As a matter of fact, her father had been a cop in New York. Well, when it came time for an education, she wanted to become a nurse. So she went to nursing school, and she tells these stories on herself. When she was in training, she was supposed to deliver the pills to this particular wing in the hospital. And she did. She went down through all of the rooms, and then she came back to the nurse's station, and the doctor was standing there. And the head nurse says to her, "Well, did you give Mr. Jones his suppository?" And she kind of looked at her funny like, and she said, "Well, there was one really big pill, and I broke it in half so that he could swallow it." The doctor stood there and chuckled. He says, "That was a suppository. It'll work as well, just won't work quite as fast." She had another experience. There was a young Marine in her care, and she was supposed to give him a shot. Well, she's a young girl, young nurse, and here's this good looking Marine, and she's supposed to give him a shot in the bum. So he's laying face down. She holds up her hand and she puts it on his bum. And she comes down with the the hypodermic needle right through the web in her hand into his bum. And she thought, well, if I give him the shot, he'll get it, and that'll be fine. So she does. She holds her hand there, gives him the shot, pulls the whole thing away, and that was the end of that. As time went along, Marianne realized that nursing like she was doing was not really what she wanted. So she went back to school and became an occupational nurse. As a matter of fact, she was the first licensed occupational nurse in the state of Wisconsin. She did a lot of teaching in that arena, and she was very well received. She made a very good career of that. But she'd tell these stories about herself, and I swore if I ever woke up in an emergency room and I saw Marianne there, I'd get up and walk out. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And I am still forever Santa.